Okay, so we are back for session 9 of my Astroprisma solo playthrough. Last time we were at a Synth Arc settlement and I was able to do the android baptism. And I'm now officially inducted into the Synth Arc faction, which I'm really happy about. That was my goal for Gray. Ever since I took the cyborg origin, I felt like this one fit the most. Even though Medusa might fit too, but I was leaning towards Synth Arc, so that makes the most sense. And then we had a couple space combats, which were really fun. I think they were high stakes, but in the end, we came out victorious. But I really like the combat in general in this game, and I like how it's done here. I want more. I want all solo games to do it like this. I like the randomness of rolling for the enemy on a D10, and it could land anywhere, and it could be frustrating if you're just like handling all this damage and handing it out to yourself, and it's fun at the same time. So I really appreciate it. So we got a couple cool mods, I believe, for our weapons. Got some cool stuff. We have a good amount of XP now. Got some new modules for our ship. Met someone called Lily at Hex 30. Let's see, where is Hex 30 again? Hex 30 is in the outer ring. I believe it's like this one here. I explored it. So that's where we met Lily, and she needs help with a power gen. I could buy her a power gen. It's not expensive. But potentially another person to add on to our crew. We need one more. We can add on one more person to the crew. So far, we're pretty set and solid with Zen and Quinn as well. So now we are here in the inner ring, which is Hex 5. And that's where we're at now as we return to another play session. Okay, so actually this is Hex 5, and we explored that. That was the last place I explored. So I'm moving up here to Hex 6, so that takes down 1 fuel. We go down to 11. And we're still in the inner ring. And temperatures in this area are extremely high due to its proximity to the star. So let's see what we get up to here. Let's roll a d6 and see. Okay, that's a 3. So, it's a hostile encounter. Okay, so I'm going to roll a d6 to see what kind of hostile encounter. But if I roll a 1, I don't encounter anything this time. So, let's see. Okay, that's a 2. So, it is outlaws and looters. Kind of outlaws and looters. So, this is what happens. You are alerted by the loud engines of a twin rotor hauler. The ship seems to be carrying some more cargo than its capacity allows for. Laser cuts on its hatch confirm that it's a stolen ship, most likely taken by looters after raiding the settlement. Okay, so let's look at the stats for this twin rotor hauler. Oh, okay. Listen, this will be quick. It's tier 2. So let's do it. Let's tear into this thing, because not because we need to, but it's really because we can, and ship combat is fun. Okay, so right now it has 20 hull, and my hull is at 18. So we're going to roll to see who goes first. And I will roll Grace for my ship, and then I will roll +3 because it equals their action, so you roll plus their action. So let's do it. My Grace, I think, is at 4 now, compared to when I first started the game. Let's do it. Oh, wow, that's 14. Yes! Oh, that's 14. Okay. Okay, now it's for the enemy. That's 8 + 3, so 11. But, 14. Let's go. So let's see. I can roll 4d6 because I have a module called the particle reactor, and now I can roll 4d6. Okay, that's 3, 4, 4, 6. So now I can choose to do a whole bunch of stuff. 3, 4, 4, 6. So 3, 4, 4, 6. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, since I rolled 3, 4, 4, 6, that gives me the opportunity to do a few things. I'm going to use that 3 to restore 4 hull, but my hull is already is 18, so I'm going to bring it up to 20. So that 3 is taken up. I send out repair drones, and then I'm going to use a 4 for the tracking radar, which is going to double damage for the next attack. And then I'm going to use the Ogre Missile as that next attack. Ogre Missile does 6, so it's going to do 12 damage. And then I have 1 left over, but I don't really need to use it, so this thing goes down to 8. And I think that puts it in critical condition. And one of its skills is that it has an extra action per turn because it is in critical condition. So yes, ships at 10 or lower are considered to be in critical conditions, and some ship modules will come into play because of that. So it is now its turn. So I'm going to roll. It has 4 actions, just like me. So I'm going to roll for the enemy ship. Let's see. This is action number 1. Okay, that's a 3. So it deals X damage. Okay, so it does X equals the number on that die, so it does 3 damage to me. Okay, hull goes down to 17. Okay, I'm gonna roll again. 1. Okay, it does 1 more damage. So I'm liking these rolls. If I just keep rolling low. Oh, yes, I rolled another 1, so it just does 1 more damage. Okay. So this is action number 4. Last action. Okay, that's a 9. So it does restore 4 hull on its end. Okay, so it goes up to 12. Okay, fair. Now it's back to my turn. I'm going to roll 4d6 again. That's 4, 4, 4, 6. Oh, I think I could take it out here. Actually, I do have 1 shield. So actually, I would have soaked up one of the hits. So I'm going to say the one that took away 3. So I'm going to add back in 3. So the shield soaked up the damage for that first one that did 3 damage. Okay, so 4, 4, 4, 6. So I can restore my hull. So I'll use that to restore. Hull goes back up to 20. So that's one of the dice out. The next die, I'm going to use tracking radar again. And then I'm going to double the damage with my Ogre Missile. So once again, it does 12 damage. And this thing is blown to smithereens. There we go. Okay, so after you have successfully destroyed an enemy ship, you could do 2 things. So you can gain XP and then you can roll for loot. So this was medium difficulty, so I will get 3 XP. So XP goes up to 57 for me. And then I will roll 2d6 on the loot rewards table. Okay. That's an 8, so I get a random melee weapon. And that is a plasma shield. And none of us need that, so that will just be another thing that I will eventually sell at another settlement. Okay. So that was just a regular hostile encounter, which is fine. So we will consider this spot explored, and then we will go up here to the middle ring. And this middle ring is Hex 17. Okay, so got to mark fuel. Fuel is now at 10. Okay, let's roll that d6. Let's see what we find. Okay, that's a 2, so it is a middle ring event. And then I will roll another d6 to see if it's evens or odds. Okay, even. So it's a research outpost. One more d6. Okay. A group of 3 net hackers worked tirelessly to crack the code of an old computer terminal located in an abandoned computational research station. The station guards the keys to Code Nightmare, one of the most powerful digital viruses ever developed. I can do 2 things. I can help them crack the code, and I can roll mind. I mean, my mind is 0. I wouldn't be that big of a help. If you succeed, I gain 1 nightmare key, and then I also gain favor with Medusa. Ooh, where am I at with Medusa? I don't think I currently... Yes, I'm negative favor with Medusa. You know. I could fight them. I could destroy the station, and the virus threat is too great. I mean... Okay. Okay. Listen, I'm going to try to help. Why not? I gain a nightmare key. That sounds fun. Why not? Sounds like a cool piece of loot to have. So I'll do my best as I make my way to try to help these net hackers. There are 3 of them. Probably don't want to fight all 3. I mean, I have 2 of my teammates. I could fight them. Okay, let's roll the challenge die. This is the number I gotta beat. Come on, the lower the better. Oh, 8. I have no bonuses either, so I just need... I need a 9 or a 10. So here's mine. Let's go. Oh my god! Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I rolled a 9. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, I help them. I get +1 favor, and now my favor is just neutral with them. Listen, I'll take neutral rather than -1. Now I can hang out at their settlements if I wanted to. And now I get a nightmare key. Highly destructive computer virus. You spend it to breach an enemy for 5 turns, or force an enemy to skip, or force an enemy ship to skip their next turn. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I like it. Not only did that help me out with Medusa, it got me that nightmare key. That's going to come in handy. So, explored. Let's move to the next one. Okay, so let's move up. We're going to move to Hex 34, and that is the outer ring. Okay, so we moved. Fuel's going down to 9. I have to seriously start thinking about how I can... Uh-oh. I could go... Medusa settlement's not far. I could go to one. And now that they don't hate me anymore, I could go. Before I couldn't go. I was in negative. Now, if I get to 0 fuel, it starts consuming 10 hull points per move. So then, basically, you only have like 2 more moves before you can get to a settlement to get refueled. Settlements technically aren't the only location. There are a couple of neutral encounters where you can refuel your ship for some serum, but I'd have to randomly roll. So like the most reliable way is just probably getting to a settlement. Let's see, I'm at 9 fuel now. If I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can make it. I can make it back to Synth Arc. Refuel there. Okay, I see the path. This is what I'm thinking. The path for fuel looks like this. Boom. If I draw a little line there. Okay, I got it. I even have 3 to spare. If I take a certain route, it could take me 6 fuel points to get back to Synth Arc, and then I can refuel. So I'm good. So let's do this. I mapped out my little route for fuel, and I'm set. Just gotta follow that, and then I'll be good. So we are at Hex 34. It's an outer ring event. Let's do this. Well, it's an outer ring spot, not event. Let's roll the d6 to see what we get. Okay, that's a 5. Okay, so it's a planet. I haven't gotten a planet in a second. Let's see what kind of planet it is. 3. It is another Vaporean planet. Okay. So hydrogen, helium, and other chemical elements form a layer of gases that makes up the majority of the mass of these planets. Landing on or exploring the surface is impossible due to the colossal, never-ending storms of toxic gas and vapor. So we're heading into the Vaporean planet. Let's see where our landing spot is. 5. So we land on a ring-shaped megastructure that encircles the planet. It used to be a space city-state. Ooh. Okay, let me roll a d6. Let's see what kind of, if it has 2 moons, if it's a ring planet, if it's a giant planet. Let's see. Okay, it's a giant planet. These planets are unusually large. They have an unusually large amount of size and mass and lack satellites of any kind. And this planet is called Rhodes. So we landed on Rhodes, a Vaporean planet. It's giant. So that's where we're at. Now we can roll for the planet encounter. So we'll roll a d6 to determine what our character finds when exploring the planet after we landed. So there's a planet encounter page. And then so I will roll a d6 and let's see. Okay, it's a 5. The Odd Merchant. An unusual looking spaceship approaches your position. The pilot of the vessel is an artisan fuel merchant, a vapor craftsman who specializes in making handmade fuel out of rare gases, the last of his kind. He offers you to buy some of his artisan fuel at a special price. You can refuel your starship, paying 2 serum per point of fuel. Wow. I was just saying I'd have to roll like those random events if I wanted to get fuel outside of. This is crazy. This is literally what I was just looking for. This is why I made the. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna roll this. This is so random. Like, there's no way. That's why I made like the map to the settlement. Wow, that's cool. Okay. So let's refuel. So I need 11. So how much is it? It's 2 serum, so that'd be 22. That's a steal. Okay, my serum goes down to 277. I'll take it. And my fuel goes up to 20. Thanks, Mr. Merchant. You know what? Let's give him a name. Why not? Actually, let's see. Let's see what their style is. We'll see what kind of merchant this is. We'll give him a name. Okay, let's roll a d6. Let's see what their style is. I'm gonna make this merchant real quick. I'm gonna roll on some tables, give them a name and their look and all that. Okay, so that was literally the perfect find. The fuel is the most precious resource, of course, and it really is a steal. So, 34 is explored, giant planet, and little narrative note: the merchant is called Opal. They're a lonely craftsman. They watch from their cockpit as I pull away, perhaps the last person they'll see for a long time in this sector. Of course, it's the Vaporean planet. It's basically unlivable here. But yes, the craftsmen introduce themselves as Opal. They're wearing combat garments, and they looked a little bit lonely. So I'm topped off on fuel. My hull is at 20. And we are in great shape to push forward. So let's do it. We're going to move again. Actually, I can delete this little. I made a little map here. I made a little road to refuel, but I don't need it. Nice. So let's move up. We're going to go to hex number 35. Okay, so let's do that. We'll spend the fuel. Go down to 19, and then let's roll the d6 exploration roll. See what we get. We're still in the outer ring, so let's roll that d6. Okay, that's a 2, so it's an outer ring event. I'm gonna roll evens or odds to see what kind of event. Even, so asteroid C, and that's a 6. So that means this is the event that I stumble upon. A series of interconnected asteroid fields form a massive asteroid ocean. The high number of small and medium-sized rocks makes visibility difficult and renders radar systems completely useless. As a result, many outlaws and smugglers hide their ill-gotten goods in this quadrant. And after hours of travel, you find a hidden stash with drugs, a small cache containing narcobiotics. So I find 3 test ogre hormones and 2 tricillian tablets. Oh, okay. Well, it could have been pirate hideout, but asteroid C, I'll take it. And this one, I got 2 tricillian tablets, 3 test ogre hormones, and then I can I'll probably sell them unless, what do they do? Okay, so narcobiotics. They are pharmaceutical combat and performance enhancers that increase your character's stats, but for a limited time. So I got tricillin +1 to all your stats until the next cycle. Ooh, maybe I'll keep it. But consuming more than 1 narcobiotic per cycle will make the character overdose, resulting in a permanent negative effect until they rest at a settlement. Interesting. And then there's test ogre hormones. And that's +1 vig until the next cycle. What's my vigor at? Vigor's at 2. Those could be helpful. I do want to sell them. I still haven't. I think Corsair is the only settlement I haven't found yet. I found Warg, Synth, ISF, and Medusa. But Corsair, this faction here, I haven't really dealt with them, I think. They're the only one, and I can only sell and buy from there, so I will keep note of that, because tricillin tablets actually sound very useful. Yeah, so I might keep them, I might sell them, who knows, TBD on all those items. So where to next? We explored that hex. We're going to move down here to... I always get middle ring or inner ring? Middle ring. Okay. Yeah, so we're moving to the middle ring, and that is ring 18. 2 hexes away from the star, straight north. That's hex 18. Okay, so we move. Let's mark the fuel. So this is the middle ring. Let's see what we get for the encounter. Okay, that's a 5. Okay, another planet. Let's see what type of planet. 1. It is a Gaian planet. So Gaian planets are dry and rocky with sand deserts taking up most of their surface. And despite their arid nature, they were extensively settled by the ancient galactic empires due to the precious jewels found below surface level. Many Gaian planets were terraformed, introducing water and plant life into their ecosystem. Okay, so let's see, where do we land? What's our landing spot? I'll roll that d6. So that's a 3. A crack in the side of a cliff reveals an underground city carved into the rock. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's give this place a name. I'm going to roll 2d20. So I like these tables. Give things a bit more color. So that is a 6 and a 16. So it's called Virgo Moth. Interesting. The city's called Virgo Moth. I'm going to see if it has 1 moon, 2 moons, or it's a medium planet. Okay, it is a medium planet with no satellites, commonly found in the circumstellar habitable zone. Okay, so... Okay, just wanted to roll. Okay, this planet is called Feather. It's a medium-sized Gaian planet called Feather. Okay, so let's go to the planet encounter page. Let's see what we find. This is the Gaian planet, so I will roll the d6 and see what we get. Okay, I rolled a 4. So, jewel looters. You approach a drilling platform on top of a rocky sandstone plateau. As you get closer, You see a pair of figures breaking into one of the jewel extraction machines. The two space pirates notice your presence, point their weapons at you, and fire. Let's go. Let's do this. Okay, let's do this. This combat. So we're all going to roll plus grace and roll for initiative. So I will roll for the pirates, Space Pirate 1, and see. Their grace is 2, so they get a +2. Okay, that's a 3 for this guy. Then I'll roll again for the woman. Ooh, she gets 11. So far, she's in the front. This guy got 3. Okay, I'm going to roll for Gray. Gray's grace is now at 4. So. Okay, so that's an 8. So for right now, I'm behind her. This guy got a 3. Let's roll for Zen. Zen's grace is 2. Okay, he got 9. Okay, Zen is now in front of me. And then sweet Dr. Quinn. Their grace is... Oh wait, Dr. Quinn's grace is a 1. I gotta roll +1. That's the correct number. Okay, Quinn got a 6. This guy here got a 5. 3 actually. So let's... Okay, so this is the combat order. Space Pirate 2 is gonna go. I'm gonna roll a d10 for that. Roll a d10. Let's go. That's a 3, so they do ignition shotgun, a d10 plus vigor, so that is a d10 plus 2 as they go to shoot at Zen. Zen has 2 armor, so he only takes 5 damage as that first space pirate hits him. Goes down to 15. It is now Zen's turn. He pulls out his shard launcher, and he also has something called under pressure. So he gains plus X Vig for this fight, where X is the number of enemies. So he gets +2. So his vigor is now a 5. So that's his skill. So we're going to use his shard launcher. So that's a D10 plus 5. Wow. Okay. D10 plus 5. Let's go. The higher the better. Let's go. Oh, snap. 14. Shard launcher shoots out, and you see a whole bunch of like crystallized shard bullets go out and pretty much shred this first pirate. He does 14 minus 1, so he does 13. They go down to 2. That first one. Now it's my turn. And I got some cool stuff I can do. I have octo tentacles. So I can gain an extra main and side action. So I'm going to activate the octo tentacles because I have like an extra arm. Don't worry about it. I'm going to, finish off this pirate. I don't believe I need to do much. Not going to use the Halo Disc to charge this attack. But I do have my ion carbine gun. And I'm going to do the D10 plus my grace, which is 4. There you go, that's a 6. This one, dead. Killed one of the pirates. So, Space Pirate 2 is dead. I turn around with that carbine gun. I'm going to use Trigger Finger this time. It costs 2 energy, and it adds a d6 until the end of the fight. So I'm going to go up to my energy. My energy goes down to 18. And I'm going to roll again. It's a d10 and a d6, plus my grace, which is a d4. So rolling all that. Let's see what I get. Okay. I got 11. Not bad. But they have 1 armor. I shoot Space Pirate Run, and you can do the carbine gun shot out, and this guy's now at... I did 11 minus 15 is 4, but he has 1 armor, so it's just 5. But yeah, this guy's looking bad. I think Quinn can finish him off. Get him, Quinn. Quinn has a plasma shield. So it's just D8 plus their vigor, but their vigor is 0. So it's just a D8. You could do this, Quinn. If you roll a 6, you could take him out. So we'll roll for Quinn. It's just a D8. Come on, Quinn. Okay. They do 2 damage. I mean, this guy's not looking good. Oh, he was at 5. Minus 2 is 3. So he's at 3. He sees Quinn. Quinn just went to like smash their plasma shield against him. And then this guy got angry because of that. So we're going to roll a d10, see what he does. That's a 7. So he does a heat bomb. Okay, so that is roll vigor against an enemy. If you succeed, all enemies are overheated for tech rounds. So that is, his tech is just 1. So we're all overheated for 1 round. So we're going to roll vigor against an enemy. Oh no. It would be super metagamey if I had him roll vigor against Zen, because Zen has 5 vigor. But I did say that he was aiming at Quinn. Quinn has 0 vigor, so this guy's vigor is 2, so he does have an advantage there. So let's roll the enemies. Oh no. Okay, that's a 5. It's a 5. I could roll a 6 or higher for Quinn. Let's go. Oh, yes! That's a failure. That's a failure. Heat bomb does not activate. Zen sees that, goes shard launcher after he killed Space Pirate 2, aims at Space Pirate 1, and that's a D10 plus 5. He's gonna finish this guy. I rolled a 2, but any number would have finished this guy, as he just shreds him up. Space Pirate 1 is dead. Nice. Okay, so that was 2 of them. They're just level 2. So get 3 XP, I believe. Okay, so they were medium, so we get 3 XP. Okay. XP is now at 60. And since I defeated 2, that's actually 63. We each give 3 XP. Okay, so I defeated 2 enemies. Loot is rolled after defeating them. So they're both medium difficulty. So for each, I will roll 2d6 and see what we get for loot. Okay, it's another random melee weapon, and then let's see what else. A random melee weapon and 75 serum. Okay. And then I get a neon blade. Ooh, a neon blade. I might give that to Zen. That's an upgrade from his shard launcher, actually. His shard launcher is a D10 plus vigor, and this neon blade is D12. Ooh. Okay, got some more serum, so now serum is at 352. Nice. But also completing that, I also got a contraband package. So I have 2 choices for this item. I can deliver to an ISF settlement and gain +1 favor with ISF, or I could sell it at a Corsair settlement for 200 serum. So we have a medic here, so we can spend 2 energy to restore 2d10 plus mind HP to your character or an ally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend that energy. It's going to go down to 16. And then I'm going to roll 2d10 plus mind. The mind for the medic is 3. As the medic is going to help out Zen. Should get Zen back up. 2d10 is... he's going to get back up for sure, but let's roll it. Plus 3. Yeah, he's good. He's all back up as the medic tends to him, and he's back up at 20 health. Okay. So that was Hex 18. Let's do one more Hex. This will be Hex 36. It's right... actually... oh, where should we go? Let's go to... ooh. I'm interested. Let's see, because we could go right up north. Trying to see which path we should take. Yeah, let's go right up north. Oh. Uh-oh. There we go. So let's move up 1. Fuel goes down a tick. Okay, so that is hex 36, north of the current of the last hex, and now we are back in the outer ring. Okay, so at the end of each cycle, I can restore 3 energy if my health is full. So my health is full, so I'll restore 3 energy, so it'll bring me up to 19. Okay, so we're in the outer ring. Let's see what we find. And then this will be the last one for this PlayStation, not PlayStation, for this play session. So let's roll a d6. 3. Hostile encounter. Ooh, let's see what it is. If I roll a 1, I won't get one, but let's see. 2. Outlaws and looters. Okay, I rolled a 3. You are alerted by the loud engines of a twin... Oh, wait, let's see. The ship seems to be carried. I already did this one. Let's roll another one just to keep it interesting. Okay, 5. You unknowingly cross through a common space route for stealth cargo transports. After a few minutes, you are approached by a Shell 4 transporter. The pilot quickly realizes that you are not one of them and starts combat procedures against your spaceship. Ooh, okay. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let's look at this. Okay, it's a level 3. I believe we have dealt with level 4 in the past, though. But still, they could. Sometimes you'll be at a level 3 and have the one move that like restores 4 hull or something. Yeah, that. Oh, this one does have that move. It can restore 4 hull if I roll a 1 to a 3. Whatever. So it has 3 actions. It has 20 hull. I am going to roll for space combat. Let's do this. Starship combat. So roll plus grace. My grace is plus 4. So let's do this. That would be d10 plus 4 for me. Oh, okay. That's a 13. I'm going to roll a d10 plus 3 for the enemy. Nice. It's a 6. So I'm going to go first. So let me roll my 4d6 and see how I can use them. Okay, so I got 1, 4, 4, 5. Okay, so yeah, 1, 4, 4, 5. How am I going to do this? I'm going to use the 4 for the tracking radar, double damage. The 5 is going towards the ogre missiles. That's 6 damage, so it's going to be 12. Then I'm going to use auto turrets, and that's automated defenses as they pepper the hole for an additional 2 damage. So I don't need to use... I still have 1 die that I can use, but I don't need to repair my hull yet, so the drones are on standby, but the die is spent. So that is 14 damage. I don't want it to gain 3 shields because then it'll just negate 3 of my rolls, which would be crazy. Oh my gosh, it starts space combat with 2 shields if you're not first. No! Darn it. Oh no. Oh, I don't think I did any damage then. Because that will just negate both those shields. Oh, wow. Okay, no, it's a tier 3. This is what I should have expected. Okay. So, yeah, my first 2 attacks, they are nullified. Oh, disappointing. They don't take anything. That was a good roll, too. But now it's their turn. They have 3 actions. Oh, let's roll for them. That's a 9. Oh, my God. They destroyed my shields. That's rude. Now I have no more shields. Rolling again. That's a 5. So they deal 3 damage. This weapon gains +1 extra damage every time it's used. So deal 3. And if I roll a 5 again, it'll deal 4 this time. So my hull goes down by 3. So it goes down to 17. And then this is their third action. Come on. What is it? That's a 1. It restores their hull. Well, their hull was already fine, so I'm glad with that outcome. Okay, my turn again. Let's go. Seriously, so stupid. Okay, I'm rolling 4d6. Let's go. Okay, 3, 3, 3, and 6. So 3336. I can use the tracking radar. I can use one to repair the drones, one for tracking, and then one for the ogre missile. So deploying the repair drones, they fly out to the hull to repair 4, and they go back up to 20. I'm going to use one for tracking radar, and then ogre missile, which will deal 12 damage to the hull. And so now it's at 8. Okay. Okay, so it's back to the enemy's turn. I'm gonna roll a d10. I hope I don't roll a 10, because then they'll just gain 3 shields, and that would be absolutely horrible. Let's see. Okay, 6. They deal 3 damage. Okay. That's 3 damage. That's 1. So my hull goes down to 17. Let's roll it again. No 10s, no 10s. 8. All my shields are already destroyed. One more time, no 10s. All my shields are already destroyed. Nice. I love when I roll on the ones that like don't take an effect because they don't matter. I don't got any more shields, okay? So it doesn't matter. But I do take 3 damage. Okay. It's my turn again. I'm gonna roll my 4d6. Can I take them out? We'll see. Okay, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I believe I can. 2 will restore the 4 hull. I'll do that. Hull goes back up to 20. Repair drones are on it immediately. 4, tracking radar. And then 5 will do ogre missile. And then actually I'll use the 3 for repair drones. I'll use the 2 for auto turrets. And then I'll deal 12 plus, that's 14. They're done, yeah. Smithereens, my friend. Blown to smithereens, as usual. Tier 3, let's go. So they were a hard level enemy, so I get 6 XP. And that brings me to 69. Oh, wait, no. Wait, yeah, it should be 69. I think. Alright. And then I will roll on the loot table. It's hard, so I will roll 3d6. Okay, 5. 30 serum. Why not? I'll take it. Okay, so that is where we're going to end this play session. When I return, we will move to Hex 19 in the Outer Ring.